Why, the loafers were...
Oh! Spacer's Choice and Trio. Unlike Little
What the? Welcome, intrepid adventurer, to Prosperity Plaza, where the shops never close. Now, make your way to the bustling region of Emerald Vale. Prepare to be dazzled by the Vale's breathtaking lava flows. Rated the third most impressive in Halcyon.
What? Wie so ein Kind bald aus über hinaus.
I tell you what.
All right, how does this sound? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to walk into you like that. Oh my goodness! Ruth Bellamy? I simply adore your work.
We've been over this already. For all auditions, please use the elevator on the left.
We're not gonna do this, are we? Promise me.
My cousin's in pictures. That business makes piracy look civil.
Great! You made it! Listen, I know you're expecting a script, but you're the real deal. Just go in there and do what feels natural. We gave the other actors real weapons to keep things authentic. And because Josh is paying to see their logo on the big screen. See, I... knew you'd get it. Now go in there, find your mark, and show us what you got.
Well, well. Here to stop us at last, Captain Steele? You're too late. All of this settlement CNP Hungry Time food pills, same nutritional value, but now with added filler, are ours. With their patented stomach stuffing effects and baseline vitamin content, we will be nigh unstoppable.
Lügen. Ach, das glaubst du? Diese Kisten sind doch nur Attrappen. Du elender Pirat, damit lass ich dich nicht davonkommen. Na, mir soll's gleich sein, solange du...
Here to stop us at last, Captain Steele. You're too... Oh, sorry. I already said that.
Are we on camera now? Because I really don't care to be.
Do you remember the last time we faced each other? The Battle of Axajax, staring one another down across the void of space while flaming debris fell like rain around us.
Wir wissen beide, die Dinge, die du gerade beschrieben hast, sind wissenschaftlich unmöglich.
Hey, I didn't write this. Just go with it. I had you surrounded and outgunned, but you overcame my superior numbers with tactical thinking and a Hammersmith limited edition grenade. Launcher. I've been waiting for 5 years now, and at last my day for Yes, it is. I have this whole port wired with sub-micro energon transistors. Once we're away, I'll activate the gamma particulate field, and the quantaponic chain reaction will turn this whole place into vaporized plasma. Speechless, I see. It is a flawless plan. I hope you've paid your burial fees and signed your personal death and dismemberment waivers, because this is the end for you. Line. Never mind, I think that's scene. To the break room, everyone. I need my Mo-App fizzy tea.
Cut! That was interesting, kid. Real novel.
Du hast deine Gruppe? Was geht hier ab?
Let's take 5.
Hey, listen, I appreciate what you tried there. We've got to review your footage before we make a final decision, though. Here, take this for making the trip down here. Don't call us. We'll call you. Maybe we need more guns. Bigger guns, with gold plating. Marketing will love that.
Wow. Ich habe an einem Film mitgespielt. Jetzt bin ich ein Star im Byzantinum hier, Alter.
Ich weiß, du hattest schon immer Schwierigkeiten lesen. Aber naja, so bist du halt nun mal, Niklas.
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard...
Citizens, today marks a monumentous occasion in the course of Halcyon history.
Out with it, you wretched contraption!
After a deep and
Does
thorough
nothing in
examination
this
of our
city
budgets,
work anymore.
revenue streams, and predictive models, we are publishing our yearly success report.
Hortensia to me about big.
Oh mein Gott, wie cool.
Profits are soaring. Promotions abound. Thanks to your continued hard work, Halcyon is healthier and more productive than ever. In the coming months, Byzantium will be sure to see the from your diligent labor. Once we nail down...
I've always loved that sculpture.
You, with the hips. Over. Don't speak. Hold that posture for a moment while I admire you. You have a natural contrapposto, my dear. The way you rest your weight against your hip suggests a certain rugged charisma possessed only by the mighty primal and the well-traveled spacer. Splendid. I love it. You're not afraid of speaking your mind. You smolder and growl. Oh, you're just too perfect. I'm Celeste Jolicoeur, and you, my dear, are exactly what Byzantium needs. I'm an artist, darling, not a tweed merchant. I don't sell things. I pollinate the world with art. I'm working on a new line of clothing that will shock this city to its core, and I'd like your help. What do you say, my dear? Care to make history with me?
Wer weiß, klingt doch lustig.
Marvelous! You and I are gonna wake this city up like a cold splash of wine to the face. What I need is a survey of the outside world. What does the common laborer wear? How do the wild-eyed madmen of Monarch dress themselves? I've heard rumors, but I require samples. Also, I expect you to model for me.
Die tun uns auch jede Gelegenheit, mich anzuhimmeln. Was? Ich kann sie nicht verüben.
Oh, you cad. You'll be the talk of Byzantium once I'm done with you. I'll need you to model for me the following: the apparel of an iconoclast, the armor of a marauder, and a full ensemble of spacer gear, helmet included. And when I say spacer gear, I mean an outfit worn by real spacers. None of that garbage spacer's choice pedals. You have the bearing and demeanor of a born model. You're going to absolutely murder. Goodness. Look at those atrocious contours. The sheer brutality of its design offends the senses and shocks the mind into a state of palpable excitement. I adore it. 2 outfits remain. I can't wait to...
You don't gotta be so forward about my reasons, Captain.
Let me get a good look at you. Turn around, please, darling. My word. Such muscular shoulders. You're a vision, dear.
I am no such thing, ma'am.
Nonsense. You're absolutely lovely. Chin up now. I have just the thing for you. Let me do a back-of-the-envelope calculation. Materials, labor, licensing and copyright. There. Darling, do I look like an amateur? I read her measurements by eye. And don't you ask, because they're no one's business but her own. Now stand back. Back! I'll enter the settings and get these machines spinning. You'll be broke to bespoke in merely an hour. And there we are, my darling girl. I wish you a splendiferous evening. And if you don't mind my asking, have you any interest in modeling?
What? Oh, no, ma'am. All them eyes staring at me? I couldn't. No way, no how. I get scared just thinking on it.
I wish you weren't so shy, my Violet. You truly are beautiful. I hope you're... I can't. What can I do for...
Holy shit, Alter. 53.
Can you believe this outfit? It's so handsome, I'm almost afraid to touch it. Well, I guess that's everything then. After all this time, I just have to actually do it now. You know, there's a part Junlei's been looking for to fix up the air cyclers. They only carried them on big colony ships, like the Hope. I know. For a while, it felt like everything I did was a little bit of help. And it meant I didn't have to ask her to be mine. Not yet. Not for real. Next time we dock with Groundbreaker, I'm doing it. I'll send June a message and ask her over. Oh, this is real scary, Captain. I'm grateful for...
So, jetzt habe ich hier einen neuen Auftrag bekommen. Herr, was ist das auf dem Spezialisten für Raum? Ich spreche ihn zuletzt an, während Plünderer. Was, Plünderer? Sieht eine Plündererrüstung aus. So, das heißt, ich muss Plündererrüstung tragen, okay. Holy shit, sieht das. Dieser Helm sieht echt cool aus. Okay, dann muss ich mal schauen, dass ich Plünderer und Spacer-Rüstung kriege. Ich habe keine Ahnung, wo ich. Spacer-Rüstung.
I love Byzantium. Where else are you going to find art, culture, working toilets?
I'm sure other colonies have cities like this.
But those are so far away. I'm talking about Halcyon.
In that case, thank the law we've got the chairman and the minister to keep the rabble at bay.
Is Maxfield still doing
Miss Ellie, Dr. Finhill. I notice your pistol's been making a funny noise.
What are you talking about? I oil it every night. Sure, they look fancy, but inside, they're just marble and existential emptiness. There's my parents' place. Smell that?
Das Fenneranwesen. Holy shit, sieht das gut aus. Zigaretten aufgehoben.
Marilyn, is that you?
Marilyn!
Loss! We certainly didn't expect to see you like this.
And I didn't expect you to renew your marriage contract. But we're all full of surprises today, aren't we? Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running around the system for a while now, stirring up all sorts of trouble. There you go again, Captain. Always menacing polite society. Anyway, you're probably wondering where I've been all this time.
Not exactly.
The last few years have been a bloody haze. You wouldn't believe the messes we've gotten ourselves into. Right?
Ellie, du hast deinen Standpunkt klar gemacht. Können wir... In der Tat, wir haben in ganz Halcyon Städte gerettet und Eigentum wieder in die richtigen Hände gebracht. Diebstahl, Vandalismus, Obszönitäten, sucht euch was aus. Wir haben alles.
Yep, we're a pair of disgraceful lowlifes.
Marilyn, this really isn't the best time. Perhaps you should go.
I mean, we had other business in Byzantium, so it's not like we went out of our way. But you can't just kick us out. We'll stay as long as we like. And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch, wear our outside shoes all over your nice floors. She's right. Since when can you afford authentic Terran marble?
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand. We hadn't heard from you in ages.
We thought you were dead.
I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you again.
I'm afraid the distinction was lost on us, darling.
Wieso habe ich das Gefühl, dass ihr beide euch gleich sind?
We only did what any grieving parents in our position would do. We collected on your life insurance policy.
And the payouts have been rather, substantial.
You what?
Of course. And we shall always harbor that joyful secret deep within our hearts.
And you'll report it to the insurance company, right?
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many necessities. The neighbors would be sure to notice.
Damn right, Captain. Fine. I'm gone. Forever this time.
Schämt euch, ihr zwei. Das ist ja sowas von eiskalt. Schämt euch! Ey, ich will nochmal.
Let's just put this unpleasantness behind us.
Ich randaliere jetzt, Alter. Hallo? Randalieren? Ja! Ich will randalieren hier. Hallo? Ich klaue dir jetzt ihre Rachen. Ganz ehrlich hier. Wenn ihr was Nützliches habt, das ist nicht mal genau. Das ist nicht mal klauen. Ellie, red mit mir.
Let's talk outside.
Achso, ja. It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. Welcome to Spacer's choice. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome to Spacer's choice.
I need a word. Can you believe those two? We'd hardly been there a minute and they turned us out like yesterday's garbage. I thought they'd be scandalized. They'd both be sitting there watching one of their vapid aetherwave dramas, and then we'd walk in. Mother would drop her mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. Father would tear off his glasses and blink open-mouthed. I'd have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either, the leather's fake but the scars are real, or, oops, did I just track awesome onto your rug?
Wie wäre es mit Zeit, es euch handelt?
Yeah, I'm gonna use that one day. Now, getting back to my story. Father would throw his hands up, because this would be just like me, to come back and make a big scene. Then, Mother would do the old, "You had us worried sick." Her eyes would be red, and she'd have her fist in front of her mouth to stifle a sob. I just didn't want to get booted out of the house I grew up in like that. It's embarrassing, you know. And I've got a reputation to maintain. I'm used to rough situations. Like when someone loads your pistol with blanks and strands you in a Marauder moon base, or traps you in an airlock with an angry mantis worm. I know. This whole experience is stuck in my head like a bad jingle. Just need something worse to get it out. There, that's what I was talking about. Really, though? Can't I just have a drink and punch some poor defenseless pillow instead? Anyway, I don't want to sift through this lousy experience for meaningful life lessons. I'm mad, and I want to do something about it. Something like... Wait a second. What if I could get that money? I could open a new account, designate that account holder as a sole beneficiary. All the payouts would go to me. I'll make money without doing a thing. And I'll get to cut them off.
Ganz ehrlich, das haben sie verdient.
My policy is with the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. They have an office in Byzantium. Maybe you could use some of your people skills to help me set up a dummy beneficiary account. If that doesn't work, I'm sure we can find one of their terminals and do it ourselves. Something on your mind?
Ganz ehrlich, das ist eigentlich echt dreckig, aber genial. Ich muss wieder ganz zurück.
You take real good care of your pistol, Dr. Fenhill.
I oughta. It's kept me alive this long.
I mean, you treat it nice. Makes me happy to see, because I feel the same way about my wrench. So...
Look, it's a tool that does a job. Feelings got nothing to do with it.
Was ist das eigentlich? Hey, was?
Looking for weapons? You've come to the right place. Every Byzantine needs high-quality armaments, and you won't find better anywhere else. Why? To defend their property, of course.
50-Bit says he's got a hard on right now.
Byzantium is the best of what Halcyon has to offer. It's up to us to protect it. Marauders, dissidents, especially large sprats. One never knows what threat might arise. And you're here to buy a weapon, are you not?
Der Kammerjäger. Der leckt mich doch am Arsch. Die würde ich gern haben. Oh, 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 der Abfertiger. Heilige Makrele. Plasmawerfer. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, guck dir mal diese geilen Waffen an. Schockkanone. Schwere Waffen. Oh, wie cool ich sowas gerne haben. Ich habe genug Geld. Natürlich kommt mir so ein Teil. Aber guck mal, was ist das denn für eine... Wie viel kostet das? 4000? Oh. Oh.
That episode from a few weeks ago was supposedly based on
Ich brauche ein Ziel von mir, sonst funktioniert das nicht, ne? Geile Waffe an, Alter. Boah,
Anti-Creo's level head. Feeling a little off balance? You need a level
the fuck?
If I spit, think I can hit that mechanical down?
Es ist schon hier.
I guess we're going to Fallbrook.
Wouldn't it be something?
Dum da da dum da da dum da 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 dum. Was ist jetzt schon wieder 50 Akku? Das Ladekabel. Ich glaube, ich brauche das alte Ladekabel gar nicht mehr. When and a hold of the bands all road. Ich glaube, ich brauche mein Ladekabel gar nicht mehr. Oh, fuck, das tut weh. Moment, nein. Jetzt fliege ich ernsthaft zurück nach Monarch, nur um ein Konto zu Unquenchable.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship. We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
Monarch. Muss man mehr auf Monarch Verwandte bekommen? Nein. Okay. Aber wir öffnen ja eh nur ein Konto für Ellie. Oder Miriam, oder wie ihr richtiger Name heißt. Ich muss schon sagen, dieser Dreck mit dem Bankkonto, der ist schon richtig dreckig, aber ey, diese Eltern, das sind solche Arschlöcher, Alter. Schon, was der Olivenbaum ist. Oh nee, nicht das Versicherungsbüro.
This looks like... I see you're still in one piece. However, you never know when that could change. Consider our accidentally torn into tiny fragments coverage. Note that all of your fragments... I remember that one. That's the young socialite who broke her neck, right?
Of course, no one remembers me for the marauders I've killed or the bits I've stolen. Typical.
That claim was airtight. Our best investigators couldn't find an exclusion for that one. You can't, of course. Only Miss Fenhill can assign her beneficiaries. And she's dead. If we let every friend, relative, and acquaintance change a policy like that, people would do it all the time. Imagine the paperwork. Oh, you mean hypothetically? Well, hypothetically, you'd access the terminal in the back room that contains data on all our policies. And you'd, theoretically, add the beneficiary of your choice. But you wouldn't actually do that, of course. That would be fraud.
Versicherungsbetrug.
Please, my policy only covers paper cuts and wrist strain. Very well, I'll do it. But then you've got to go. Confrontations like this will raise my premiums. I'll need the name of the new beneficiary.
Ellie Fenhill?
If you say so. The payouts will flow exclusively into the new account at the start of the month. I hope Ms. Fenhill enjoys her newfound prosperity.
Captain, got a minute?
You really did it. Give these payouts a few years and I'll be rolling in it. I've never been prouder to stand back and watch someone else work. I'm just glad my folks aren't gonna live off that awful story they made up. Maybe now they'll have to go back to real jobs.
Come on, I thought we were celebrating. You want me to think about the future?
You talk like someone who likes lists. Maybe you haven't noticed, but you can't even count on a bribe making it into the right pocket. What's the point of planning for anything around here? Hate to say it, but Halcyon's already there. Anyway, enough of that. You did a job for me, so here's your fee. Don't make it weird. Even you've got to be in it for the money now and then. Why else would you go through all this trouble? You sure? Because my kind of friends will pick your pocket clean while they're getting hammered with you. You don't have to get all mushy about it. Still, maybe you've got a point. Maybe it's good to watch someone's back now and then so that one day they watch yours. So, you just keep the money. One of us has to look out for your interests. It's nothing personal. It's just the closest thing I've got to a code. Anyway, enough of the touchy-feelies, huh? Something on your mind?
Schau in verschlossene Behälter rein. Das ist cool. November. Ich muss mal auf den Kalender schauen. Wo sind der überhaupt auf dem Handy? Oder? Das ist ja 13. Ne? Mittwoch. Aus 2,5 Wochen besteht noch dieser Monat, okay.
A reminder to all crew members. There is only one toilet on the ship.
Das habt ihr jetzt schon wieder angestellt. Terra 2. Bam badadam badadam dadam. Dam dadadam.
We are now in orbit.
Was da oben? Was soll ich denn da oben anfangen? Emerald Vale. Huch, ich frage mich gerade, wie ich die Sachen von Dignum von, wie heißt das, vom Dienstag bekommen will. Alex ist ja nicht da. Der schreibt immer alles auf. Und Louis weiß ich nicht so recht. Und du? Ich frage einfach mal dich dann am Dienstag.
I'll keep quiet.
Okay. Sachen werden nicht mehr nachgerüstet. Ich sehe die, es bleibt seit ungefähr 4 Stunden leer. Wie funktioniert die Waffe? Ich habe keine Ahnung, wie sie funktioniert. Das ist eine Waffe für den Nahkampf.
I got another fight in me.
Das ist eine Waffe für den Nahkampf und ich für den Fernkampf. Oh Gott. Edgewater, in Edgewater, in Edgewater, da. Ich mache jetzt erstmal mal ein Ziel. Ich habe keinen Bock hier erstmal auf Nachrichten.
Incoming.
Holy shit, Alter.
I smite you in the name of the law.
My kind of How about that?
The fuck, Alter. Okay, jetzt habe ich gesehen, was die Waffe wirklich macht. Das ist dann irgendwie komisch belastend. Hä, was ist denn da oben los?
Here we go.
Nice. May the law have mercy on you. I won't.
We hope you've enjoyed your trek across the breathtaking landscape of Emerald Vale, Terra 2's most fertile settlement and future breadbasket of Halcyon. Take a moment to enjoy this vista with a can of Spacer's Choice Saltuna before you make your way to Mighty Scylla, Halcyon's biggest asteroid.
Shit. Spacer's Choice and Spacer's Choice and Spacer's Choice. Oh, ja. Spacer's Choice. Against all odds, Unreliable takes flight. Wenn du Blockenfähigkeit erhöhst, schaltest du den perfekten Block frei. Du kannst nutzlose Rüstungswaffen zerlegen mit ihren Teilen. Es gibt ja noch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Planeten nach Scylla. Plus Raumstation, okay. Ich will erstmal. Was? Ich bin die ganze Zeit verwirrt. Ich vergesse die ganze Zeit.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Felix. Mitarbeiter, hallo. Felix, bist du bereit für mich? Felix. Wie wieso ist es halt besonders schlimm, dass du nicht bei ihm sein kannst, wenn es sonst nicht schlimm ist, wenn du bei ihm bist? Ich habe keine Ahnung, am Bruder Geburtstag. Gegenstände aufzuhören, die anderen Leuten gehören, nennt man Diebstahl. Also pass auf, was du in Siedlung an dich nimmst. Der Erdenrat kategorisiert Bewohnerstämme und verkauft ihn. Was? Der Erdenrat. Ich frage mich, ob die Erde noch existiert, weil man weiß ja nie, was so in 70 Jahren geschehen kann, ne, auf der Erde. In 70 Jahren, wenn man so vergehen, weiß man nie, was da alles passiert. Es kommt immer wieder neue Erfindungen raus. Es kann natürlich wieder sein, dass hier ein Krieg wieder abgespielt wird. Wer weiß, nach dem großen Krieg und ein Erdenrat, das klingt irgendwie schon so... Jetzt reißen wir uns mal zusammen und wir halten zusammen. Sehr, sehr verdächtig, aber ich frage mich echt... Es gibt einem so das Gefühl, dass man einfach unbedingt die Erde sehen will. Wo kann man die? Okay.
You must be... Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of her?
For the last time, access to Byzantium is impossible without a proper nav key. Now, if you'll excuse me...
How splendid. Another rung leech wandering through the streets of Byzantium. Why, just this morning I thought to myself, as lovely as the gardens are, what they really need is more greasy vagrants frolicking through them.
Danke.
And here you are, frolicking.
Aber dafür anmutig wie ein junger Rapidon. Ich nicht.
Admittedly. Now if only you could gracefully take a shower, preferably in whatever hovel you came from. Honestly, what is the board thinking letting so many of your ilk into the city proper? It's madness.
Bist du ein Feiner?
I earned my place here, just like everyone else. My grandfather was the CIO at Tile, you see. Chief Idea Officer. He came up with all the best ideas for their products. You know the font they use for Stogie Slims? That was him. Well, he described the idea of it to their font development team, then picked it from a list of choices, but that's basically the same thing. It was a very long list. I just told you. My grandfather made millions of bits as CIO, and I earned them from him. Of course it is. Wealth is the most visible, objective measure of success. And success isn't given to you, it's earned. My grandfather taught me that. If you have wealth, you're successful, and if you're successful, you must have earned it. Honestly, it's a simple concept.
Das ist so eine... Ich mag sie nicht.
You're welcome. Now, do we have any further business, or... What's wrong? It erodes the very pillars of our society. Merit, decorum, personal hygiene. This city is meant for us, the system's finest. We earned its luxuries. But now we are overrun with the unworthy and the ungrateful, and this early retirement nonsense is making it even worse.
Ich kann das nicht schreiben, deswegen klingt, als würde der Bruder von den Eltern weggegangen, weil da irgendwas schlecht lief.
Oh, do spare me your petty judgment. It's beneath me. Millions and millions of... By simply winning a lottery, those early retirees get an exclusive district of Byzantium to themselves. No one else is even allowed to go there. Tell me, how is that fair? Oh, by the law. I mean the principle of it, not the mechanics. It's not right. I deserve to see any district I please. Why, if it weren't guarded, I'd... You know, you look like you've been shot at before. What say I hire you to investigate this travesty, and you get paid to do so?
She's got a point. We're probably gonna get shot at anyway. Might as well make a few bits.
Yes. Listen to your... What is that person's job exactly? Are they your secretary? Personal masseuse? Well, it doesn't matter. What's important is that you think this is a fabulous arrangement, and you'd be thrilled to lend me your services. Aren't you? Fantastic. Consider yourself employed, vagrant. I hear the chosen retirees all enter the retirement district via the port landing pad, but it's completely locked down. You'd never get in that way. Unless, of course, you had a wealthy, beautiful benefactor of impeccable social pedigree, which you do. How fortunate for you. These codes will get you past the lockdown. Oh, and don't worry about subtlety. I don't care how you deal with security, just correct this injustice. The same way anyone gets anything here, of course. I made friends with the right people. Bits might earn you for favors.
Wow. Das ist echt eine Schlampe, muss ich sagen. Ich benutze das Wort nicht gerne. Moment, habe ich jetzt immer noch... Okay. Was für Briefkasten? Das ist dran.
Are you crazy?
Ja!
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors will be fined to the fullest extent of company policy. This ultimatum brought to you by Universal Defense Logistics. That's funny. The minister isn't expecting visitors, and you don't much look like one of those couriers from HPS. Sure you are. And what is it you're delivering today?
Du hast gesagt, dein Freund kommt aus Donauwörth. Das ist ja auch nicht gerade hier in unserer Nähe. Hab ich hier einen? Ne, hab ich nicht, okay.
You sure have seen a lot of the colony, huh, Dr. Fenhill?
Ellie. And sure, but most of it looks the same from inside a ship.
Sorry, Dr. Ellie. Still, though, don't...
Oh, what are you doing here?
Nee, was machst du hier?
Nothing. Nothing. Why? Does it look like I'm up to something?
Bist du so nervös?
Laws, I knew it! You got me. I'm caught, aren't I?
Ja, du steckst so richtig in Schwierigkeiten, als erzählen.
I work in the lab at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Some of my sprats went missing, but it's not my fault, okay? Maybe I let them out more often than regulations allow, but they need to stretch their little legs. And so what if I occasionally forgot to latch their cage? Everyone gets a little distracted now and then. They escaped, and before I could coax them back, they'd made their way to the maintenance tunnels. Even if I did dare go down there, they're among all the common sewer sprats and exterminator mechanicals. Really? In that case, take this collection crate. 6 of my little ones are down there, but don't worry, you can easily tell them apart from common sewer sprats. They have intelligent eyes, an agreeable yet reserved demeanor, and please, do take care, and do mind the exterminator mechanicals. If the worst should happen to my little darlings, well, well, to maintain things, of course, like big humming machine things with gears. And pipes. Water pipes. Air pipes. All sorts of pipes. That's why they connect the city from the Acropolis district to here. Everyone knows sewer sprats carry diseases, and the exterminator mechanicals have been known to fire on larger targets. Why they'd do that when they're only supposed to attack sprats, I've no idea. But there are rumors. Some people say there are strange things in those tunnels. Assassins. A room full of murderous automechanicals. Monsters hungry for human flesh. A hidden bureaucratic purgatory where things and people are lost forever. Not that I place any stock in silly rumors, of course. To deal with the sewer sprats, of course. They're quite the nuisance. I still am. After all, I'm a person of very little influence and only middling prospects. No one does favors for free. But I must say, I'm far too distressed to think critically about your suspiciously kind.
Aber denk nicht, dass ich für dich ein romantisches Essen planen könnte. Aber denk nicht dran, dass ich für dich was kochen könnte. Ich glaube, das würde nicht gut enden. Dann hast du einen Topf weniger.
Aus Donauwörth, das ist auch nicht gerade hier.
Du bist doch bestimmt schon mal zu deinem Freund gefahren nach Donauwörth, oder? Und ich weiß zwar nicht, ich zum Beispiel, Pasta, falls du das kennst, ich zahle auch nicht sehr viel für einen. Also, HPS.
Huh.
Hallo. Wollen wir Freunde sein? Ich finde deine Rüstung echt cool. Ich habe auch so eine Helm wie du, glaube ich. weißt du was? Ich würde vorschlagen... Ich will mit dir reden.
I'm afraid I can't help you at the moment. Have a prosperous...
Hallöchen, Freund. Willst du mir aushelfen bei dieser Tür hier? Dabei? Ich will doch nur einen neuen Freund finden, okay? Hier, ich beklaue dich auch.
Not a peep from me. Great work.
What do you think you're doing?
Gar nichts.
I don't want any trouble out.
Das ist so geil, das Lügen. Was tust du da? Gar nichts. Tschüss, ich will in keine Schwierigkeiten kommen. Pots, Windows, Order now. Add beauty and... Was wäre sie? Methode to your furniture home. Space a choice. Welcome to the Space a choice. And Saturn, it's ready to space a choice. Diese Werbung, ey. Ich krieg diese Werbung nicht mehr aus dem Kopf.
Nice thing about traveling with the captain. We meet all sorts of new people.
Sure. Best part is when they pay us.
We never really had new folks in Edgewater, except the captain. Kinda hard to make new friends when everyone's already decided they don't like you.
Could be a favor in disguise. A lot of people out here ain't that nice.
Wieso ist das? Wieso ist das Diebstahl?
There's nothing to see here. Move along.
Chasing us off already? This feels familiar.
Ma'am, please don't cause a scene.
I want you to know I'm holding back for your sake.
Do you have any actual business here, or... Yeah? Looks like your papers are in order. All right, go on through.
Dankeschön. Und Kissing, muss man da auch mit dem Zug hinfahren oder muss man dann noch mit dem Bus weiterfahren oder sowas? Also, wie lange dauert es denn nach Kissing? Ich glaube, ich habe schon mal was davon gehört. Darf ich da oben einfach hin? Ich schaue mich mal ein bisschen um hier. Vielleicht möchte ich ja noch was mitgehen lassen hier. Was? Ah, wo mein Schlag? Habe ich mich gerade so reingeschrieben.
How did you get in here?
Ich habe Teleportation genutzt.
You? You're not one of my guards. What are you doing here?
Oh, my law. Captain! Captain! That's the minister! Mr. Clark! Oh, wow!
So, this is one of the guys who runs the colony, huh? Small room for a big shot.
If this is about another Aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more. slowly and loudly, Aloysius. It's the only way these morons understand anything. I said, you may tell Charles to go fuck himself.
Wer ist Charles? Wer ist Charles?
Then you're not part of Rockwell's PR team. That means you're a dissident? A real live dissident?
Was ist das?
What are you doing here? Drugs, of course. What else? Why did I get my hopes up? Back to idiot speak. I don't have any drugs. You should try a vending machine or a purveyor of curative goods.
He's got no idea what we're asking about.
Will that be all, then?
Nein, habe ich unter nicht.
Oh dear, I don't think I can say this any more slowly. Unless... Of course. It's Rockwell again. Who else? And I thought he was only holding me here to keep me out of the way. Chairman Rockwell. He's kept me under house arrest for years. I've long suspected him of transacting business in my name. But this proves it.
You've been all alone in this house? Would you like me to make you tea?
Please, this is important. Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell's the one behind it.
Genau, ja.
After seeing this place, is it really a stretch? I've been confined to this house for years, and even I can tell you, things aren't right in Halcyon. Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look for details in his office.
This all feels off, Captain. Like when there's a storm coming, but everything's quiet and still.
Believe me, things have been off around here for a very, very long time. A reckoning is most certainly due.
We really gonna do this? Getting involved is a messy business, and it rarely pays.
This is about more than bits. This is about the survival of the colony. If you don't help, who will? Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter. Halcyon Holdings Corporation, the collective of companies that run the colony together. Allegedly in partnership with the Earth Directorate and appointed Minister of Earth. Via the Acropolis District, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government facilities are. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons. When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are. Oh, I haven't been allowed up there in years. I shudder to think what Rockwell's done with the place. A gilded minibar, perhaps? A personal theater. The man has too much money and too little sense. The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it and hid it somewhere no one would think to look. I merely hid it in a book. No one reads anything longer than a few pages around here. There are a few advantages to dealing with imbeciles. Wait! Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone. This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate. But they need to know. Why, indeed. I know so little about you, much less your motivations. But I'm afraid I don't have many options, confined as I am. Besides, I've nothing to lose. If you're looking into Rockwell, I can only hope you're also looking out for Halcyon. What isn't on it is the real question. I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability reports, and more, all exposing the corruption and mismanagement plaguing Halcyon. Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to send help.
You're awful trusting for a guy.
The Earth Directorate is our best hope. Even Rockwell's resources are no match. Depending on the nature of their response, months at least, perhaps years. Organizing and sending personnel all the way out here is no mean feat. And now I entrust it to you. Good luck, and trust no one in the Acropolis District.
Wir wissen beide, es dauert 10 Jahre, bis eine Nachricht zur Erde kommt. Oh. Ich brauche wieder eine Baustelle. Das ist beschissen krank zu sein. Dance on the wall, floor.
Oh, there. That's one right there.
The Acropolis District is off limits.
You could have asked me, you know.
What in the law's name are you on about? Sure. Let me just take that off your hands. Did I say restricted area? Slip of the tongue. What I meant was, welcome to the Acropolis District.
Dankeschön.
I never could have handled the desk job.
Aber denk nicht dran, dass...
Captain, I stand out here like a big, greasy thumb.
Tja, schau mich mal an. darf ich mal mit dir sprechen?
Welcome to the official headquarters of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation.
Heilige Scheiße,
Today's
Alter.
greeting is brought to you by Auntie Cleo, a subsidiary of Polway Pharmaceuticals.
State your business.
Habt ihr eine Toilette?
Please step away. This entry is for high priority HHC business only.
Wie stehst du zu Nachos?
Huh. I didn't realize we were still using those iridescent stickers. But this looks right. I'll just need you to register your weapons with a revised... request to carry 32B form. Each weapon will need a separate form. Now, let's see. Damn it. When did I run out of forms? I was going to suggest that myself. Look, you don't have time to wait on new forms, and I can't afford the citations for impeding HAC business. So I'm going to save us both some trouble and waive your forms. Just know there are a bunch of guards upstairs, and they're all high on dervish mist and low on patience. So try anything funny, and they'll paint the walls with your guts.
Sehr gut gemacht. Ich habe neuen Freund gewonnen.
Apologies for the wait. I was arranging my stationery. Personal assistant to Adjutant Akande and Chairman Rockwell. I'm also responsible for organizing the adjutant's stationery, which is more of a hobby. Ah. Oh, you were being serious. I'm obliged to inform you that Chairman Rock... Will there be any...
Heilige Scheiße, es sieht vielleicht cool aus.
Excuse me, just a moment. I beg your pardon. Minister Clark's former office is currently closed to solicit... What? Oh dear. Thank you for reminding me.
Just goes to show you never really see your hometown till you travel with a visitor.
Heilige Scheiße. Ich dachte, bis zu Byzantinum so riesig ist. Was jetzt?
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
Halcyon!
That was all a story, wasn't it?
How may I?
Hallöchen. Akkuratheit. Was ist denn Akkuratheit? What the f... Das habe ich langweilig Ladebildschirm. Kein Tipp mehr, den ich lesen kann.
Ist das höchste Eiszeit uns vorzustellen. Der hier heißt Olaf. Das hier ist Olaf. Und das ist Olaf. Der hier ist Olaf. Na gut, dann lasst mich raten. Ihr Name lautet dann bestimmt... Ja, das ist richtig. Günther, ist das höchste Eiszeit.
Zur Hölle. Cool, scheint ein richtiger Arsch zu sein.
Hey, did Tillman get transferred or something?
That's right. You weren't here when it happened. Some UDL officers took him into custody.
I think I'm gonna start taking my lunches out of the city.
That scientist? The one who's been hounding the clerks? Ooh, gives me the stutters, too.
I'll keep it down.
Woo! Ist hier irgendwo eine Art Schlüsselkarte oder ist eine Art...
If you see any sprats loose up here, definitely don't.
Ich muss ja irgendwie da hinkommen, ne?
Not so fast. The Ministry of Accuracy and Morale is off limits.
It's okay.
I don't care if you're a brain surgeon. If you don't work here, or for Chairman Rockwell himself, you're not getting in.
Worth a try. You'd be surprised.
Like I said, I don't know how you got that, but I still don't know you, and I don't have any new clearances on the list. Like I said, and you're still...
Einschüchtern 70.
nimmst sie mit nach Hause. Sie flüstert dir ins Ohr?
Was?
Okay, Papa. Wie es ihm gefällt. Es reitet gern im Schritt. Doch das ist nicht der Hit. Es reitet lieber im Galopp. Hop, 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 hop. Es reitet, wie es ihm gefällt. Es reitet.
Wie geil ist das denn?
Gern im Schritt, doch das ist nicht der Hit. Es reitet lieber im Galopp. Es reitet gern im Schritt, doch das ist nicht der Hit. Es reitet lieber im Galopp. Hop, 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 hop. Es reitet.
Ah, wie geil ist das denn, Alter? Fuck, Mann. Es reitet mit dem Hitz und ist wie ein Blitz.
I'm the only technician and employee who's ever touched